Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm very happy to be with you. This is your first lecture, 8th standard June batch. With me, my name is NSB ma'am. In fact, my name is Namrata V Singh. Namrata with a double A in the end. V for victory, and Singh, Singh. That's my full name. And my initial at PACE is NSB. Okay. And all my life I have been teaching biology. That's my life, that's my passion, that's my everything, and I love to do it. Fine. And in physical classrooms I'm teaching at Dadar and Chembur, but online I'm teaching all the centers of FB program. Most of the centers have FB program in different batches, 9th and 8th majorly. And I have wide experience of teaching in India and abroad. I was teaching in California, and I was teaching in New York, and in Delhi I was teaching, Delhi, Lucknow and Mumbai. So here I am. I hope we enjoy the classes, and we will, and the classes ka kya hai ki what we are going to do is I'm going to explain you the concept, and then I'm going to ask you questions and ask you for your doubts. Then we will go further. And I will ask you whether you've taken the screenshots. I will be telling you, asking you to take the screenshots of every slide. हाँ, screenshot लेंगे तभी हम आगे बढ़ेंगे, right? Screenshots, and if needed, some important notes you have to take, points you have to note down. So please sit with your pencil and paper and a notebook. Fine. And secondly is step app is very important. Please do the step app, because I'm going to monitor the progress on the step app, and it'll help you to understand the concepts better, and it will help me to understand you better, the step app thing. So that's about it. And the first lecture which we are going to do is cell. So here we start. It's slightly different from the previous one. Students who attended the last classes may find it a little different. So if my speed goes very fast or something, just let me know. Okay, because I have to make myself fit according to your need. Okay, both of us should have a perfect fit. Online classes have to be interesting, otherwise it's no fun. Okay, they have to be interesting and they have to be informative. So here we go. Cell, as you know, as in the slide you see, it is the fundamental unit of life. Okay. Fundamental. There's a point from somebody, he's saying, from Man Singhvi. You're saying there's no option to take the screenshot. So beta phone se kar lo. Take the phone of your mama or somebody, and then later you can transfer. So that you have to do, it'll help you in your preparations. Okay? Phone se karo and I'll wait. So screenshot agar aap lenge, uske baad I'll wait for you and I'll ask you to put in chat T. If you have finished taking the screenshot, you'll put a T. Only then I will go ahead. Okay? There are few abbreviations which all my students follow. CC. Oh, you remember Dhruv Thakkar? CC. And there's one abbreviation T, and there's one M, doubt, D for doubt. Oh my God, some old people are there. Old means old students of mine. They know. Oh, Sanvi Thakur, your names look so familiar. I wish I would have met you in person also. So here we go. Cell is called as you can see the heading, fundamental unit of life. इसको हम fundamental unit of life क्यों बोलते हैं? Cell को. और cell को ही हम सबसे पहले क्यों पढ़ते हैं? Every chapter and every class, 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th, every standard you study cell at least once. Because, yes, because, Sanvi, you're about to answer. Because all of us have our origin from the single cell. all of us have originated from the single cell. हम लोग हर कोई single cell से originate हुए हैं. That is why we call it as a fundamental unit of life. Okay, that is a thing. And everything, first thing, it is the basic thing which makes every single body. It is the basic structural and functional unit. I'll explain you. That is the definition of the cell. When we talk about cell, what is its definition? It is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Fine. तो इसीलिए हमको सेल पढ़ना पड़ता है क्योंकि सबका ओरिजिन सेल से रिलेटेड है. सेल से रिलेटेड है. Yes, Sanvi. So I will just unmute. Kabir Singh Nagpal wants to say something. Let's see what he wants to say. Yes, Kabir.
Ma'am, cell is very vital in our life because if we see the blood also consists of RBCs and WBCs. RBC also they also transfer the food materials food materials to all the cells of our body. It
Yes.
provides nutrition.
Yes. 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 Correct. Then Arman Gupta. Yes, Arman.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So, cells are also important because they are the basic structural fundamental units of life. So they are the smallest things that can function all by themselves, and that's why there are certain organisms that have only one cell, which are called unicellular, like amoeba, paramecium, etc.
Yes. तो वो बेसिक फाउंडेशन है, एक्चुअली हमारी एग्जिस्टेंस का फाउंडेशन है. And all of us, everybody, me, you, your parents, your grandparents, and everybody, even Pradhan Mantri Modi ji, everybody arose from a single cell. ठीक है? Origin point was a single cell in everybody's life. तो हम लोग इसलिए सेल को जरूर पढ़ते हैं. So as you can see in this picture, in this slide, there's a picture of a cell, which is a well-developed eukaryotic cell. It has a nucleus in the center and it has cell organelles here. It has cell membrane here. So all the things are given over here. So this is what, so now let's see about the, let's look at the definition of cell. Let's try to understand. Now, as you can see in this picture, there's a brick wall over here and onion peel over here. Okay. So this brick wall is made up of bricks, lot of bricks. They were put together. Okay. And they were put together and a brick wall was made. And lot of such walls when put together make the house. But the single structural unit of this brick wall is one single brick. वो कैसे एक single brick से बना हुआ है. Okay. So इसका structural unit क्या है? Single brick. Then if you take this onion peel you all understand? This is onion. Onion is a, you all know very well what is onion. So onion का जो ऊपर का cover होता है उसको निकालेंगे and पतला सा if you pull out, there is a transparent film which comes out from the peel. If you try, you'll find out. You must have seen in your lives. So that transparent film, if you take out and you see it under the microscope, you will see it like something like this. That onion peel is made up of small cells. So the structural unit of this is a cell. Similarly, structural unit of any living thing is a cell. Our entire body is made up of small cells put together. As somebody just now said in your class also, let me make it public for everyone, that cells, when they come together, they make tissues. And when a lot of tissues come together, they make organs. When a lot of organ comes together, they make organ system. And when a lot of organ systems come together, they make the body of an organism. So simple. that's how lot of hierarchy, lot of organization takes place, and the cells make the body of the organism. So that is why it is called as a structural unit of all living things. Now the functional unit, एक और चीज लिखी हुई है functional unit. Functional unit क्यों है और वो कैसे है? That we need to understand. Now, you take the example of this huge company run by Mukesh Ambani called Jio. Okay. One second, bacha. 1 second. Just try to understand first. So there's this huge company called Jio. So in Jio, do you think if we put Mukesh Ambani and his elder son Anant Ambani and दूसरा वाला जो बेटा है वो and Isha Ambani, 4 people come together, do you think can they run that company? Do you think? Yes or no? Chat में बोलो. Do you think? No. They cannot run the company alone. No. So that entire company is run by the work which every employee does. Every employee is functioning for that company. Every employee is doing some task for that company. Okay. So that means he is the functional unit of that company. Every employee is the functional entity for that company. Similarly, every cell is functioning independently or in a group. Every cell is functioning, and as a result, the body of the organisms are functioning. So they are the functional unit also. Okay, every cell is contributing towards the functions which are happening inside the body of the organism. Hence, we get the definition of cell, that it is the structural and function unit of all living things. Okay, so this is now what functions. भाई क्या functions हो रहे, कोई शादी ब्याह थोड़ी ना हो रहा है बॉडी के अंदर, या कोई बर्थडे पार्टी का फंक्शन थोड़ी ना हो रहा है, या कोई karaoke night थोड़ी ना हो रहा है. Lot of functions like physiological function like respiration, digestion, and biochemical functions like making up of proteins and carbohydrates, and genetic functions means passing of the genetic material from one cell to another, from parents to offspring. All these kind of functions are taking place. Metabolic functions are carried out. They are carried out by these cells only. So now students, please take the screenshot of this and put a word T for taken. Okay, in the chat. Then only, yes, T. सारे लोग ले लो, I'll wait. Dhruv Thakkar, you are saying N for what, beta? Note it down. You've noted whatever I told you. Done? Fast. Take it fast, बच्चे. Okay. So, Acha, have you understood what I explained? Is it crystal clear? If it is clear, then you put a CC. I'll make it public here. You put a CC. If it is crystal clear, whatever I explained. These are the abbreviation games which I go in my classes. And do it fast, है ना? Okay. So I'll move on to the next slide. Shall I move to the next slide? And to move, you put a M. M. Yeah, let me see. A lot of M's. Good, good. Okay, okay. Okay, I'll move on to the next slide. So this slide was the introduction and the definition. Now, see, it's very important to know about the history behind the cells and to know about the scientists and everybody. It's very, very important because actually they were the ones who did all the hard work. We are just studying, increasing our knowledge, but they were the ones who took out the knowledge, the great, discovery they did for us to know. Okay. So as you all know, very popular, Robert Hooke was the one who discovered the dead cell. Always remember, you have to remember it very well. Robert Hooke discovered dead cell. And how he did that? He did that by observing a slice of cork, which is a dead entity, dead piece of cork. And he saw compartments which were hexagonal in nature. Like this it looked somewhat like this. Okay. So they are the compartments. These compartments were nothing but the cell walls. Okay, hexagonal compartments. And he called them as cellulae or cells, matlab small rooms. Okay. So he was the one in 1665 discovered dead cells. First level of discovery Robert Hooke ने किया. और उसने he used his book Micrographia where his findings were noted down in Micrographia. Okay. Then a little more, and then there was a scientist called Anton von Leeuwenhoek. A.V. Leeuwenhoek भी बोलते हैं हम इनको. ये इनका एक स्टोरी भी है. He was a very naughty child when he was a kid. छोटा था, बहुत naughty था. तो इसकी मम्मा ने इसको अपने इसके अंकल के पास भेज दिया, मामा जी के पास भेज दिया. Okay. His uncle used to own a spectacle shop. So this fellow used to play with the lenses all the time. Okay. And he used to watch things, small things, इधर उधर lenses को एक के ऊपर रखना और observe करना. He started doing that. Then he used to observe a lot, water, pond का water, उसके अंदर क्या क्या है, छोटे छोटे organisms क्या क्या है. He used to watch all those. So you know what? Accidentally, what he did was he saw some small molecules which had life in them, which were living molecules. And he called them, since those molecules were life, they had life in them. So these molecules were known as, he called them animalcules. Yani ki small tiny animals. And hua kya? Accidentally he made a big discovery. He discovered the live cell or the living cell. So the credit of living cell goes to A.V. Leeuwenhoek and credit of dead cell goes to Robert Hooke. Very important. He saw bacteria, some microorganisms, and he called them animalcules. Okay, because he used to always watch छोटे particles, organisms here and there, lenses को आगे पीछे करके. Okay, so accidentally he made one microscope also, and then he discovered living cell. That was also accidentally. Then Robert Hooke, another famous name in the history of cells, he was the one who named the nucleus of the cell. So these three names are important. See, or not all the names you have to memorize, but जो names they are as जैसे Indian movie में, Indian Bollywood में अमिताभ बच्चन का नाम nobody will forget. शाहरुख खान का नाम. Okay. Similarly, those big names you need to know. So have you taken the screenshot? Please take the screenshot. And please don't forget to take the screenshot and put a T there. All of you. Easy, Anna, T. Yeah, Robert Brown must be in the physics also. Yes, Peter. Yes, competitive exams, history of cell comes. Yes, there are questions on that. Yes, Kabir Singh. Hurry up, T, all the T's, please. बाद में नहीं मैम. Can I see the previous slide? Ma'am, I forgot to take the screenshot. Ma'am, please send the PPTs. Okay. Who wants to go to the previous slide? Dian. Okay. I'll just go for the first and the last time. That is why I give you time to do that. Okay. So have you all done? Okay. So now have you understood what I explained? Any doubts? So if it is crystal clear, समझा आपको? तो you write CC. Good, 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 good. Fast, 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 fast. लिखो, लिखो CC. जल्दी, जल्दी. Okay, good, good. Fine. Okay, Kabir, you have a doubt? Yes, Kabir.
Ma'am, can you please explain how the Robert Hooke discovered dead cells?
Robert Hooke, how he discovered? He saw this slice of cork. उसने लिया. Cork, you know, it's a dead cell. Cork जो होता है, plant के outer bark पे मिलता है, वो उसका पतला slice लेके under the microscope he observed it. Okay, and the picture जो उसने देखा था वो it is shown over here. It is shown over here. Hello, Kabir? Hello? Can you hear me, Kabir? So that picture is shown over here. Fine. So and then he said कि ये क्या, what are these hexagonal compartments? He saw what are these hexagonal compartments. He named these hexagonal compartments as cells or cellulae, and hence he discovered dead cells.
Thank you, ma'am.
Understood, Kabir?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we move? Next slide. M. Okay. Harleen Singh. Somebody saying no. Okay, please note it down. Please take the Arman Gupta. So आगे से if you have a doubt ना, you can put it in the chat also. Yes, Arman.
Yes, ma'am. So actually, the cell's name was given by Robert Hooke. There's a story that Robert Hooke gave gave this name because cells or cellulae actually is like a chamber where monks meditate.
Yeah, actually there are a lot of theories. Somewhere in some books it's written that they look like the rooms in the prison. Okay, and in some books it looks like it is said that they look like the rooms where monks live. Okay, so but to avoid all sorts of confusion, we'll say that cells means small room. That's it, small compartment. Fine. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Everybody wants to. Okay. Now, when we talk about cell, we know that it is filled with protoplasm, the living matter. Okay. Protoplasm is the living matter which is present inside the cell, and it was discovered by Felix Dujardin. Okay. Felix Dujardin. And there was another, he was the one who discovered it, but another scientist called Perkinsey, he used this term. उसका नाम जो है Perkinsey ने रखा था, that it is the living substance which is present inside the cell. Now protoplasm actually, अगर पूछेंगे कि protoplasm क्या होता है, this may be a question कि what is protoplasm? Protoplasm is equal to cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Now, what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the living substance which is present outside the nucleus. Okay. And what is nucleoplasm? Nucleoplasm is the living substance or the jelly-like substance which is present inside the nucleus. अगर दोनों को जोड़ लिया जाए cytoplasm and nucleoplasm तो वो बना देता है protoplasm. So we get protoplasm is equal to cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. समझा आपको? Now students, you can take the screenshot. I'll explain the other parts after you take the screenshots. Otherwise, many times you all forget. You start listening and you forget. Yeah, you remember Sanvi Thakur. Okay. Have you all taken? Fast. Put all the T's over here, please. Fast. It's evening. Don't be lazy now. Okay. Good. I'm taking my evening tea also. This is the time to take my tea also. Okay. Tea from you and tea from the cup. But it's okay. Now, what is protoplasm? One more thing. What is protoplast? Cell without the cell wall. अभी plant cell में क्या है? Outermost covering क्या होती है? Cell wall होती है. It may come in your exam. What is protoplast? So cell, अगर प्लांट सेल का में से आप एक सेल वॉल को उतार दो, रिमूव कर दो, so whatever is left behind is protoplast in plant cell. Okay, whatever is left behind is protoplast. The content of cell within a cell wall is called protoplasm, or you can say cell without any cell wall. Okay, and another important point is what is cytosol. Cytosol, अब इसके लिए आपको समझना पड़ेगा cytosol. If from the cytoplasm, if you remove all the cell organelles from the cytoplasm, then it becomes cytosol. So I'll give you some points to note down now. Please take your pen and your notebooks. Have you all taken? First point is, you note down the point, protoplasm is equal to cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm. I'll repeat 3 times everything. Protoplasm is equal to cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm. Second point, protoplast is equal to, these are some biology equations. Sorry. Cell minus plant cell minus cell wall. Protoplast is equal to plant cell minus cell wall. In fact, any cell which has cell wall, animal cells don't have cell wall, na? That is why I'm using plant cell to explain you. Minus cell wall, that is protoplast. Now, what is cytosol? Cytosol is equal to, yeah, plant cell also have, some bacteria also have. Cytosol is equal to cytoplasm minus, cytosol is equal to cytoplasm minus cell organelles. Cytosol is equal to cytoplasm minus cell organelles. Cytosol is equal to Cytoplasm minus cell organelles. Okay. So somebody has to ask something. Swam. Swam has to ask something.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you repeat the second point? That's protoplast.
Protoplast. Protoplast. Protoplast. Beta, whoever has a doubt, आप अपना doubt chat में लिखिए. Put it in the chat also. Protoplast is equal to plant cell minus cell wall. If you remove cell wall out of the plant cell, whatever you will get behind is protoplast. Okay. Dhruv Thakkar. What does inclusions mean? And my note, I can write protoplasm as cell without any, yes, cell without any cell wall. That's correct. Dhruv Thakkar, what's your doubt? I'll just, somebody has asked what is inclusion. I'll explain that also. Yes, Dhruv?
Ma'am, protoplast is only for plants or for the animals also?
I say animal cells do not have cell wall.
Yeah, that I know, teacher. But if we suppose remove our cell membrane,
हाँ.
then what is
no,
it called?
no, it will not be anything. Cell membrane का कोई role नहीं है. Animal cell के लिए it does not apply at all. But it can apply on some fungi. Fungi also has cell wall, and bacteria also has cell wall. There it can apply.
Okay, teacher. And teacher, can you explain the meaning of inclusions?
Yes. Now the thing is, what is inclusion? So inside the cytoplasm, you have one cytosol, that is the aqueous solution. Aqueous मतलब पानी type का जो jelly like mixture है वो. Inclusions में क्या क्या आता है? ये salts आते हैं. Then there are droplets of oil. Then grains of starch. All these things. Basically, they are all non-living parts which are present inside the cytoplasm. And then third thing which cytoplasm has, cell organelles. Okay. No, animal cells are not protoplast, beta. You can't call them protoplast. Protoplast में आपको cell wall निकालना ही पड़ेगा. Animal cells will remain animal cells only. So all the doubts cleared. Repeat 3 point. Acha, Ame, Harleen. I'll just talk to Harleen. It's hard to unmute sometimes. Yes, Harleen.
I'm like the cytoplasm without living cell organelles is called cytosol. So what is nucleoplasm called without living cell organelles?
No, so nucleus does not have living cell organelles. All the living cell organelles are outside the nucleus only.
I mean like
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Beta, हाँ. So organelles are outside nucleus. Ame. Yes, Ame. Yes.
Ma'am, please explain protoplast.
Protoplast मैंने अभी आपको समझाया. Will, अच्छा, I'll open the chat. I'll open the chat for everyone. Then let me see if others have understood. What is protoplast? Can anyone tell me on the chat so that other children also can see? Anyone who's understood protoplast? Put it in the chat, please. When the cell wall is removed from the cell, a cell without the cell wall, a plant cell minus cell wall, whatever is left behind is protoplast. So Ame, have you understood? Ame, please say in the chat, have you understood? Looking at the chats. Okay. Now Arman Gupta. Beta, it's hard. Sometimes na unmute करने में time लग जाता है. So I ask you all to put your doubts there. Yes, Arman Gupta. No, I can't. Okay, so let's move ahead. So shall we move ahead now? Inclusions contain, we will, we will do these inclusions and everything in detail. Inclusions matlab sare granules and starch and everything. Okay, Kabir Singh, please put your doubt beta, because it takes time to unmute sometimes. 1 second, huh? It takes time, no? Sometimes it doesn't get unmuted.
Ma'am,
Yes, please. Yeah, please speak.
ma'am,
Yes.
yeah, ma'am, you explained that protoplasts are cell without cell wall, and in animals also cell they have no cell wall. So why are they not considered as protoplasts?
No, beta, animal cells are totally different entity. Okay, so we cannot call them as protoplasts.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Huh.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Ma'am, you're muted.
Huh. What's your name, beta?
Ma'am, my name is Arman.
Tell me.
Yeah, so my doubt was that cells also have ATP inside the cytoplasm. So over here, do the ATP molecules come under inclusions or cell organelles, or what do they come under?
Actually, ATP majorly is inside the mitochondria, where it is synthesized.
Yeah.
Okay, that is there. And it won't be, I'll tell you what will be needed in inclusions. Inclusions में जो भी non-living things हैं, उनको हम inclusion कहते हैं. Majorly the reserve food reserves, whether they are in the form of oil, whether they are in form of starch, all these things come in the inclusions. And the salts, calcium, magnesium, and their ions. Okay, so there will be a slide which will be dedicated to this. You'll come to know. In next class or one of these classes, you'll come to know.
Yeah, ma'am, I understood what are inclusions, but I did not understand where do ATP molecules fall, because many times the mitochondrion also release ATP so that other cell organelles can absorb them.
ATP is the energy currency. Like we have currency in our house, we have money in our house. So money को हम लोग कोई सामान object नहीं कह सकते. But yet it is a thing, right? It is a currency which we are having. And it gives us power to buy things. Okay? So ATP is the energy currency which cell stores. Okay? And it empowers the cell to perform various metabolic functions. Okay? समझा आपको? Dhruv Thakkar has a doubt. So many doubts today. Dhruv, what's your doubt? Dhruv, can you put it in the chat, beta? Your doubt? Pranit has said misinclusions are non-living substances inside the cytoplasm, such like droplets of oil and particles of starch, right? Very perfect. Correct. So are they organelles? Arman is asking. No, they are not organelles. ATP is not the organelle. It is the currency of the cell, you can say. Like rupee is our currency, ATP is their currency. We cannot call a rupee a thing or the object which is lying in our house. It is our currency. Understood? Adhiraj, I have explained the difference between cytosol and cytoplasm. Now, cytosol is a thing. I have no doubt, but I wanted to tell oxysomes. Yeah, okay, Dhruv. See, I explained just now. Who's going to explain me? Can you raise hand? Who's going to explain what is the difference between cytoplasm and cytosol? Sanvi, somebody. Dhruv Thakkar. Okay, I'll just. Dhruv has raised his hand.
Yes, ma'am. Can I explain?
Yeah, please, please.
Cytoplasm means all the liquid like material around in the cell, but it does not include the liquid material in the nucleus. In cytoplasm means all the cell organelles, all the cell membrane, and all the things. But cytosol means cytoplasm without living cell organelles.
Yes. If you take out all the cell organelles from the cytoplasm, then whatever is left behind is cytosol. समझा आपको? Whatever is left behind will be cytosol. If you take out all the cell organelles.
And teacher, I doubted who's J.N. Ramchandran because in the module it is given, but I didn't understand about it.
J.N. Ramchandran? Where? I don't know.
In module it is given.
Acha,
Earlier
then-
module.
Acha, the previous modules. Beta, we will talk about that.
Okay.
We have clicked where it is, and let me see what it is related. Then I'll explain you. The
Okay, ma'am.
previous module which you had.
No, teacher, it is a hard copy, means not PDF.
Oh,
Means a
I
printout.
have the hard copy, so I'll go through it and I'll see what you are asking.
Okay.
So, have you all taken the screenshot of this slide? Have you all taken the screenshot of the slide? T bolo. Okay. Shall I move now? M. Say M. Majority, please say M. Fine. Then I'll move. Next slide. अभी हमने सेल के बारे में बात कर लिया. Please don't do this. हाँ? So many M's हरली ना. Okay. अभी हमने सेल के बारे में सारा बात कर लिया कि उसका डिस्कवरी किसने किया था और सेल ऑर्गेनेल और साइटोप्लाज्म क्या होता है and all those things. बट अभी उसके बारे में थ्योरी कि भाई ये सेल आया कहाँ से. Grow it in the market. Nobody can grow it in the field or in the garden. Nobody can cut it from the tree like fruits. Nobody can buy it from the market. So how it happened? It came from the pre-existing cells. Okay. So now there were two scientists, Sheldon and Schwann. They proposed a cell theory. इसके बारे में उन्होंने theory बोला. पहला point तो उन्होंने बोला कि सारा all the living organism are not made up of atoms or molecules. They are made up of living cells. All the living organisms are made up of cells. And cell is the structural and function unit of life. That definition also is the second postulate, second point of the cell theory. And third theory was given by, it was modified in fact by a famous scientist called Rudolf Virchow. Virchow भी बोलते हैं और Virchow भी बोलते हैं. He said कि all the cells come from the pre-existing cells. अपने आप से सेल कोई बनाता नहीं है, वो पुराने सेल से ही निकलता है. That was the theory and the famous dialogue which he gave. Omnis cellula e cellulae. Omnis cellulae e cellula means cells come from, new cells come from pre-existing cells by cell division, by cell duplication. Okay, so he modified. So there are three theories. All living organisms are composed of cells. Cell is the structural and function unit of life, and all the cells arise from pre-existing cells. Okay, there may be question based on these theories. There may be question based on this scientist Rudolf. There may be question based on these two scientists. So very important. Fine. So take the screenshot. I'll wait and put a T there. Hurry up now, take the screenshot. Ma'am, wait. Okay. Hurry up, have you all taken? Everybody, if you've taken, put a T. Okay. Quickly, screenshot. This class will end at 7:15. 7:15 पे. So half an hour more, nearly. Okay. So I will move to the next slide. Shall I move? Is it clear now up till now? So CC, you put a M there, M there, M. Tanvi Chaudhary has a doubt. Muting is a problem. Yes, Tanvi. Yes, Tanvi.
Sorry, ma'am, by mistake.
Okay, so I'll lower your hand. Arman Gupta, again you have a doubt? Yes, Arman. This was Aditya Kulkarni. That was also by mistake. Okay, fine. So I'll move to the next slide quickly. Now, types of organisms. Unicellular organism, multicellular organisms. Unicellular, you know it very well. They are made up of only one cell, and examples are a lot of bacteria and protozoans like amoeba, paramecium, and all those things. Unicellular, मतलब उनको एक ही cell सारा काम करता है उसका. Okay, and multicellular organisms like us, we are made up of millions and trillions of cells like humans. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you all and multicellular organism you can see with eyes. Unicellular you cannot see with eyes. You need microscopes. Now, very important concept. Virus is an exception to the cell theory. अभी जो cell theory हमने पढ़ा, viruses are exception to that. I don't like viruses anymore because they've really troubled us. Nahi? This coronavirus thing. So I don't like viruses at all now. I hate them. Yeah. Anyways, I was just kidding. So they are exception to cell theory. Why they are exception to cell theory? ये इस पे आ जाएगा कि why viruses are considered to exception to the cell theory. Viruses are acellular structures. Means they don't have a cellular structure. They don't have a cell. They just have, see, viruses के अंदर कुछ भी नहीं होता. तो भी इतना प्रॉब्लम किया है वायरस ने. देखो पूरे वर्ल्ड को. उसके अंदर एक न्यूक्लिक एसिड का स्ट्रैंड होता है. ईदर इट इज डीएनए और आरएनए, एंड इट हैज अ कोट, प्रोटीन कोट known as capsid. Okay, and they have nothing. And they are the link between, viruses are link between living things and non-living. Outside the cell, host cell, they have no power. But the moment they enter the host cell, they use the machinery of the host cell for duplication and reproduction. Okay, वो host cell को capture कर लेता है और वो सारा उसको utilize करता है अपना replication करने के लिए, अपने numbers को increase करने के लिए. और अगर वो बाहर पड़ा हुआ है तो पड़ा हुआ है. He has no power. Like a living thing, non-living thing is outside. And the moment it enters the host cell, the living cell, it becomes active. It becomes like a living cell. And it is known as acellular because they can't reproduce, they cannot replicate, they lack any replication machinery, any reproductive machinery, they lack cellular structure. They just have a nucleic acid and outer protein coat. That is why they are known as acellular structures. समझा आपको? Yes, viruses are dead until they do not enter the host cell. Correct. They are like dead bodies. They are like non-living things. No, they don't have. They don't have cell. And this coronavirus has RNA and protein code. So children, please take the screenshot and put a T. Oops, I'm waiting. Arman Gupta has a doubt. Arman Gupta, yes, Arman, tell me.
Yeah, so can bacteriophages be classified into cells, or how are they, like viruses only?
They are viruses. They are hardcore viruses. They are
Bacteria.
viruses for bacteria,
Yeah.
actually. Arman, have you attended one of my classes? No, I don't. Dayan has a doubt. Yeah, please put your doubt or raise your hand. Yes, please. Yes, Kabir.
Yeah, ma'am, I had a doubt that does the virus also mute itself, like it changes shape and size, and that is the cause why vaccines
Yes,
cannot be made for
yes,
viruses, and
yes.
thus there will be no vaccine for coronavirus too because it's a virus.
Yes, actually, viruses have, some of the viruses have vaccine, like smallpox is caused by virus and they had a
Ma'am, but
vaccine.
according to the WHO, mainly the viruses do not have a vaccine, as you know, dengue and some malaria. They are also viruses. They don't have a
So
vaccine.
it's very difficult to make vaccine because these viruses can change their, they can
Like for
mutate.
example, if you are there in a jungle and a bear is coming to eat you, and you take a gun to shoot him, but in a time it becomes a mosquito, then you need some electric rat to
Yes,
kill it. So that is why you do
yes,
not get the
yes,
perfect thing about it, and you cannot
yes.
make a you can make a vaccine for this, a permanent vaccine.
Exactly. It is changing its shape again and again. It is like a ghost.
Yeah,
Okay. It is like a ghost which changes the shape again and again, and we don't know how to fight with them.
yeah.
So we have to improve our immunity. So there's a question from Aditya Kulkarni. He says, "Teacher, what is DNA replication?" DNA replication means अपना DNA को increase करना, वैसे ही DNA create करना. Okay. यानी कि basically reproduction. So have you all taken the picture? Have you all taken the picture? Shall we move? Give me M. Don't forget to take the screenshot, huh? M, please give me M. Okay, I'll move on to the next slide. Now here you can see, this is the example of a multicellular and the unicellular organism. This bacteria over here is a unicellular organism. एक सेल के अंदर उसका सब कुछ है. This is a genetic material inside the bacteria, that DNA known as nucleoid. Genetic material of bacteria is known as nucleoid, and these are the multicellular organisms, and here different cells are present. Like in brain you have nerve cells, in the heart you have cardiac cells, liver you have hepatic cells, liver cells which are hepatic cells, and inside the bone you have a lot of cells. Inside the bone there's bone marrow, so bone marrow has some kind of cells which give rise to blood cells, homeopoietic cells which give rise to blood cells, and then there are a lot of cells in the bone called osteoblasts, chondroblasts, and all these. So different kind of cells work together to make this organism. It's a multicellular organism. Now picture, take the snapshot and the picture and put a T over there. Hurry up, put the T fast. Good. So whatever I explained was clear to you? If it was clear, you write CC. If it was crystal clear. If you want me to move, say M. If you want me to move, say M. Good. Fine. I explain you again. See, it is nothing but the comparison. Unicellular organism ये है, bacteria उसका एक example है, multicellular organism का example ये human being है, उसका figure है. It is made up of number of cells in the brain. Neural cells are there, heart different kind of cells called cardiac cell, liver cells are different called hepatic cells, and bone marrow has different kind of cells. Okay, so a lot of different kind of cells come together to make the multicellular organism. That is the concept which is explained in this slide. I hope it's clear now to everyone. Nothing much to understand. It is self-explanatory by looking at the picture. Okay, now the next slide. Prokaryotic cells and good. Thank you, crystal clear. CC. Okay, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. You must be knowing it already, but we'll just go through. Based on the absence or presence of the nucleus. That is the basis. They are divided into two types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. This is prokaryotic. And this animal cell over here is eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cell जो होता है, single cellular होता है, the main thing is it lacks nucleus. There is no nucleus in this, okay? But it has genetic material, DNA, which is known as nucleoid. Remember, इस पे question आया था इस बार, 9th में और 8th में. 8th, 9th में there was a question on this. The genetic material present inside the prokaryotic cell is called as nucleoid. Okay, and this, it does not have membrane bound cell organelles also. They do not have cell organelles also. They do not have nucleus also. So these are the primitive cells, non-developed cells. Okay, these are the primitive cells. These cells are the primitive cells. Fine. And advanced cells कौन से हैं? Advanced cells है eukaryotic cells. They have a very well developed nucleus. They have membrane bound cell organelles. Okay. Animal cells and plant cells and fungal cells are known as eukaryotic cells. Fine. So please take the picture, screenshot. I'm waiting, and put a T there. Done? All of you put a T. Okay. Pilus are the cilia-like structures. Good. Shall you, is it crystal clear? If it is clear, put a CC. Hurry up, it's easy, huh? CC, jaldi jaldi dal do. Fast, 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 fast. What is the use of flagellum? Flagellum helps in the locomotion. Flagellum helps in the locomotion. Hurry up, all the CCs, please. Oh, sorry. Okay, so shall I move? Prepare us for SOF. What is that, bacha? I don't understand SOF. Olympiad, Science Olympiad. Oh, I was doing it. I was preparing students in Chembur and even in Dadar, you know, I was teaching them. Mostly Chembur I was teaching. I was supposed to teach you for IGSO also, but due to the timetables and everything, we could not manage. Some other faculty is taking. Are you studying with me for the first time? You're from Dadar only, no? I was teaching the other 9th standard students. Okay, so let's proceed further. M bolo, jaldi, M bolo. Shall I move? Adhiraj wanted to ask something, no? 1 second. Tanvi. Yes, Tanvi.
Ma'am, what is the use of plasma membrane and pilus?
See, plasma membrane, though I will tell you in detail. Aage in other slides. Okay. But this pilus is used for navigation only. It is used for locomotion only. Basically, they are cilias which are present.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, they are sensors also. They use the sensors also. Okay, I'll move to the next. Then different cell shapes. Now in cells have different kind of shapes. Another concept of about the cells. भाई अभी आपने सेल थ्योरी पढ़ लिया, प्रोकैरियोटिक पढ़ लिया, मल्टी सेलुलर, यूनिसेलुलर पढ़ लिया, सेल थियरी पढ़ लिया, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर भी पढ़ेंगे, पर अभी शेप्स का क्या? तो सेल्स हैव डिफरेंट शेप्स. Cell wall in bacteria, fungi, plants, we have cell walls. They have cell walls. Okay. So these cell walls give the shape to the cells. Okay. In these organisms, in bacteria, fungi, and plant cell, where cell wall is present, it gives the shape. In animal cells, the cell membrane provides the boundary, extra boundary. Or you can say shape also. Okay. And in prokaryotes, there are different shapes are present, and on the basis of shape only, names are given and the classification occurs in the case of bacteria, the prokaryotes, few of the prokaryotes. Okay, like bacilli is the name of rod-shaped bacteria, as you can see. Spherical shaped bacteria are known as coccus, and then spiral are known as spirilla, spiral helical shaped bacteria, and comma shaped bacteria are named as vibrio. They are named as vibrio. So that is a thing. Is my voice clear? Is my voice clear, beta? Yeah, somebody said it was cracking, so that's why. Okay, good. Everybody saying yes, so it's okay with others. Maybe some network issue in your connection. So this is a shape. This is about the shape. Okay, if it is a CC, say CC and take the screenshot and say T. Screenshot, say T. अरे अब T बोलो जल्दी स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो और T बोलो उसमें. Fast. More T's. Vedin has a doubt. Vedin, what's your doubt? Just either you write the doubt or you raise your hand. Vedin, so I'll unmute you. Who controls prokaryotic cell if we don't have a nucleus? Acha, who don't have the nucleus, who controls? See, prokaryotic cells have DNA molecule there called nucleoid. So that takes place. And then they have ribosomes also, which are not membranous. Ribosomes भी होता है, so उसमें protein synthesis भी हो जाता है. Okay. And they have some energy molecules called mesosomes that we will talk later on. So उनका energy generation भी उससे हो जाता है. Okay. So shall I move? If you will move, say M. We'll move further. M. Hurry up, fast, lazy. Don't be lazy. We will talk, yes, not much, but yes, RBCs and WBCs, we can have a discussion, but not much because we are not talking about tissues as of now. RBCs and WBCs I'm discussing in 9th standard these days. So shall I move more? M, jaldi M bolo, M. Hurry up. See, I made it so easy for you all. Just press M and we are done. Just press T and ma'am has got the signal, green signal to move. Okay, chalo. I'll move now to the next slide. Slide number 10. So those are the cells in prokaryotes and eukaryotes के cells का shape देखिए. The shape of the cell. Now here in this case, the shape of the cell depends on its function. जैसा function होगा वैसा ही cell हो जाएगा. So here there are number of cells here, like RBC. Okay, they are round and biconcave. WBC are amoeba shaped. Okay. Then there are some nerve cells which are branched like this, branched. They are long branches. Guard cells in the plant cell, guard cells, kidney shaped in the stomata. And columnar, they are epithelial cells in living organisms. RBCs are like this because RBCs don't have nucleus also. They carry the oxygen in them. So they are flat disc shape. WBCs have irregular shapes. WBCs have irregular shapes just like amoeba. They have irregular shape just like amoeba. And they also have, that they can change their shapes because they have to squeeze out of the blood capillaries in search of the pathogens. And like amoeba, they have pseudopodia also they can develop. And they can capture the pathogen with the help of the pseudopodia, just like amoeba. So they have amoeboid shape. There was a question. It was a question in 9th standard this time, TWT. Which cell has amoeboids, amoeba-like shape? Amoeboid shape. Okay. Now, why nerve cells are like this branched, long strings? Because they have to conduct nerve impulses. They have to conduct the messages. So they're long, Then plant cells में guard cells ऐसे क्यों होते हैं? Because stomata जो होता है वो close होता है, open होता है. So basically function main point is कि the point to be noted over here, the teaching point over here, or the point learning point over here, that the shape of the cell depends on the function it is carrying out. The function it is carrying out. That is the main thing in the case of cell. The function it is carrying out. Understood? Take the snapshot, screenshot, please. Now, it's your job to do. My job, explanation done. And give a T to me. Yeah, WBCs can prevent us from common cold and everything, but they cannot prevent us from big pathogens. Hurry up, more T's. Yeah, like corona. Yes, yes. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. T ले लिया. So is it clear now? Crystal clear? Give me a CC. Give me a CC. CC is, you know what? CC is just like giving, give me 5. It's like, give me 5. High five, high five, high five. Okay. What is the reason of nerve cell to be branched? Because they have to conduct nerve impulses through a long distance. आपके फिंगर के टिप से लेके आपके स्पाइन तक उसको नर्व इम्पल्स कैरी ऑन करना है. So it is like a wire, you know, जैसे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के वायर्स होते हैं वैसे लंबा होता है. Yeah, don't talk about corona. Again, I'm very scared of corona now. It will never go. We'll have to live with it. We'll have to take utmost precautions. और अभी ज़्यादा danger है. People are forgetting about it and they have opened it. So people have become many people have become very careless. So it may rise, the infections and the, what to say. So let's not talk about that only. So shall I move? Give me M. Give me a green signal. M. That's how I come to know in the online class. Next slide. Oh, let me remove this. Clear my drawing. Sizes. अभी shapes अलग अलग होते हैं तो size भी अलग अलग होता है. बहुत छोटा होता है, बहुत बड़ा भी होता है. So the smallest size is, it varies from 0.2 to 10 micrometer. And 1 micrometer is equal to 0.001 millimeter. 0.001 millimeter. So such a small one. Okay. And then smallest one is mycoplasma, the smallest bacteria. It measures 0.15 to 0.3 micrometer. The largest cell, animal cell, is ostrich egg. And largest plant cell is ovule of cycas plant. Okay. And longest cell is, which is equal to 1 meter and all that, nerve cell. Yeah, now let me see all those who have doubts now. All those who have doubts can raise your hand or you write your doubt in the chat. So I'll attend those. Yes, Tanvi?
Ma'am, so are the shapes and sizes of the cell useful?
Shapes and the size of the cell visible?
Are they useful?
Of course, of course. Didn't I tell you, didn't I explain you that amoeba, white blood cell amoeba के जैसा क्यों है? Why it is like amoeba? Because that irregular shape allows the white blood cell or the WBCs to squeeze out of the blood vessels after the pathogen. And just like amoeba, it can develop its pseudopodia and it can capture that pathogen and kill that pathogen. So the shapes is the main thing. The shape की वजह से ही cell function कर सकता है. Okay. And a neuron is branched because it has to conduct electricity, nerve impulses. And RBC is flat disc-like because it has to capture the oxygen to transport it. Fine.
Okay,
So,
ma'am.
yeah, shapes are very, very, very important.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Kabir. Yes,
I
Kabir.
I was just asking you to please revise once again all the things which we have covered today,
I will, beta.
because we are running out of time.
Yeah, we will. I'll just go through it. So I think this is the last slide in this chapter. Yeah, so I'll just go through everything once again. First slide, you know very well, it's the structure of the cell to show you the complete cell. Then the next slide, it is about the introduction and it is about the explanation of the definition of the cell. It defines the cell. That definition has been explained with the help of the brick wall and the onion peel. And I also explained with the help of the company and everything, the concept of the definition of the cell. And it is, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Fine. So, and the next slide talks about the discovery. The discovery and the historical account is given. The name of the scientists, Robert Hooke, A.V. Leeuwenhoek, and Robert Brown are given, and the discoveries are discussed. Robert Hooke he discovered dead cells. A.V. Leeuwenhoek discovered live cell, and Robert Brown discovered nucleus. And this was their contribution. Micrographia mein it was published, and these were the contributions done by them. Then the next slide explains the concept of cytosol, protoplast, and protoplasm. And then it also tells about the discovery of protoplasm and the scientific contribution by Purkinje and Felix Dujardin. Then next slide is dedicated to the cell theory. What are the different points covered in the cell theory? Okay. And what was the contribution of Rudolf Virchow? What did he say about cells? What was the contribution of Schoen and Sheldon? And what are the different postulates or the concepts which are stated under the cell theory? Then this slide number 6 talks about unicellular organisms and multicellular organism. It explains what are they. Unicellular made up of single cell. Example is bacteria. Multicellular are made up of many cells, which are examples are humans and animals. And then it also talks about virus and why virus is considered to be exception to cell theory. Because virus is the one which doesn't have a cellular structure. It only has nucleic acid and outer protein, and it requires the machinery, cell machinery of the host cell for its duplication and replication. Then this particular slide tries to explain the concept of a multicellular organism. This is multicellular organism, and this is a unicellular organism. Fine. Then the slide number 8. It is dedicated to prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell is the one, example is bacteria cell, and prokaryotic cells do not have nucleus. No, they are the old primitive cells. Am I not audible at all? Who's saying that? Am I audible, children? Just say yes or no. There was one child, Sanvi, you're saying I'm not audible. I'm audible to everyone, bacha. I'm audible to everyone. There must be some problem in your network, bacha. Okay? Yeah. So prokaryotic cells do not have nucleus. They are the primitive cells. They do not have nucleus and they do not have both the things. Yaad rakhna. They do not have membrane bound cell organelles also. दोनों भी चीज नहीं है. कभी कभी questions MCQ में आ जाते हैं इस पे based. आपको so ये concept clear होना बहुत जरूरी है. Then eukaryotic cells are advanced cell, well-developed cells. They have a well-developed nucleus. They have well-developed membrane-bound cell organelles. Okay, and all the plant cells, animal cells, and fungal cells are eukaryotic cells. And majorly bacterial cells are the examples of prokaryotic cells. The next slide about the shapes of bacteria or the prokaryotic cells. And based on the shape, their names are given. That discussion is done in this slide. Rod shape को हम bacilli बोलते हैं. Spherical shape को बोला जाता है cocci or the coccus. And spiral shape को spirillus and comma shape को vibrio. Then उसके बाद next slide talks about eukaryotic cells and their different shapes. Eukaryotic cells have different shapes because they have different functions. Okay, RBC has a different function, WBC we have discussed about the functions in detail, and neuron has a different function, guard cells have different function, epithelial cells have different functions. So their shapes are also different. So the main point is the shape of the cell depends on its function. Very, very important point. Then the last slide is about different sizes. They have spoken of the smallest size, smallest cell, mycoplasma, which is the smallest bacteria. Bacteria may be smallest bacteria ever. Then largest cell, ostrich egg, animal cell may, and plants may ovule of ficus, and longest cell, nerve cell. So we are done with the chapter today. So now I think everything was complete, and I went through the revision part also. So hope you enjoyed the class and you understood. Is my speed okay with you all? Is my speed okay? Okay. Could you understand the way I speak and everything? Perfect. Okay. You all are saying perfect. I'll just unmute you and then I'll ask you. Mute. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. So you can please tell, is my this thing okay with you all? Amritesh Singh is saying interesting chapter. I'm happy that you enjoyed the chapter. Kabir Singh, and you want to say something, Aditya Kulkarni. So I'll just unmute you, Aditya. I haven't spoken to you at all.
Teacher, can we see the nerve cell by the naked eye?
No, beta. No, none of the
Because
cells
it
are
is the
visible.
longest cell, no?
Even
So I
then
asked.
you cannot see, beta. It's
Okay,
difficult.
teacher.
It is difficult.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, because they are for nerve, we have to see it under micro. So except for the ostrich egg and ovule of the cycles.
Okay, teacher.
So with this, we end the chapter and we see you in the next class. Okay, any doubts and all we will take, and there is a group also, doubt group also you'll be having, and most probably you'll be able to send the doubts there as well. Okay, bye bye. Acha, there's Vedant. If seen under the micro, how to differentiate between live cell and dead cell? How to differentiate between? Oh, we'll come to know about dead cells and live cells. We have to, but we have to mount them to see them. We have to make a slide where all the cells will be dead only. Chalo, okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Take care. Have a nice Sunday. And stay safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay home, stay safe.